Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today I want to share 10 fantastic Yuri games. For those unfamiliar with the term, Yuri is a Japanese word describing a type of lesbian romantic interaction. These works tend to be more story-driven and are generally less sexually explicit than most other forms of adult content games. But I have tried to pick a diverse cross-section representative of where this flavor was in the past, as well as where it seems to be evolving to in the future. First up is Sakura Knight. This is a finished high fantasy visual novel by developer Winged Cloud. This developer has released 35 games and 22 DLCs on Steam in the past 7 years, which is a ridiculous rate of production. I'll be covering Sakura Knight and its sequels later this week. Sakura Knight is available on Steam for PC, Mac, and SteamOS. Next up is A Summer's End Hong Kong 1986. This is a touching slice-of-life romance that takes place in a city that is more of a refugee's memory of Hong Kong than anything that actually existed before or after the Chinese takeover. Check out my review of this finished game from earlier this week for more details. A Summer's End Hong Kong 1986 is available for PC and Mac on Steam and itch.io. Next up is Aisling and the Tavern of Elves. In this finished visual novel, you play as a mercenary who acquires a tavern in an elven kingdom. This isn't just a romance, it is also about the benefits of immigration and how cultural appropriation isn't always a bad thing. Don't worry, video games are never political. If you like cooking, culture, and creating societal upheaval, Aisling and the Tavern of Elves is available for PC on Steam. On a lighter note, next up is Erisa Summer. This visual novel is a college harem adventure on a female-only cruise ship. But Annie, I'm pretty sure harem and Yuri are two different flavors. That's a good point. There's been a recent evolution in the Yuri games to encompass different flavor combinations, including polyamorous unions and harem hijinks. This has also been going on in the Otome game space, so I have included some female protagonist lesbian themed games that would probably not have been classified as Yuri 10 years ago. Erisa Summer is available for PC, Mac, and Android on itch.io. Next up is Guild Project. This is a turn-based RPG with an old-school grid overlay for world movement. Basically, you are hunting monster girls, gaining levels, and making new gear. So this is really just Monster Hunter with monster girls, but sadly with no feline helpers. Maybe in the sequel. Guild Project is available for PC and Mac on Patreon and itch.io. In Love Ribbon, your dad calls you to tell you that your sister, who you never knew existed, is going to move in with you and attend the same school. I guess you two were separated as babies when your parents divorced? So this completed visual novel is like the inverse of the Parent Trap movie. I don't know. This sounds like a pretty standard anime plot to me. Love Ribbon is available on Steam for PC, Mac, and SteamOS. In our next title, The Charm of Love, you and your childhood friend go off to attend a magical university full of monster girls and vampires. So this completed title is basically the Rosario plus vampire anime with all female characters and multiple endings. Not that there is anything wrong with that. The Charm of Love is available for PC on Steam. Next up is Escape from the Princess. This completed magical visual novel is about status and our place in the world. The standard can we escape our place and role in society narrative, but this game is adorable and the art is awesome. There are also multiple endings and a bunch of Steam achievements. Escape from the Princess is available for PC on Steam. Our next title, Blackberry Honey, is a maid romance set in the Victorian period. This is the list's only kinetic novel, and the characters, art, and world building are fantastic. The romance pacing is really slow, so just be aware. I really like how the game tackles racism and what is morally acceptable in the Victorian era. Blackberry Honey is available on Steam for PC, Mac, and SteamOS. Sticking with the main theme, our next title is Lily's Handmaid. This completed visual novel is a magical harem adventure where you learn how to serve and love your new mistress, Lily. This is much more of a submissive protagonist theme, if that is one of your flavors. This game is definitely much faster in introducing sexual content than most other titles on this list as well. Lily's Handmaid is available on Steam for PC and SteamOS. And finally, we have Kindred Spirits on the Roof. This visual novel is a sometimes bittersweet comedic adventure about secretly playing Yuri Cupid for 6 couples. There are 4 supplemental drama CDs and a DLC expansion to this charming Japanese romance. Kindred Spirits on the Roof is available on Steam for PC, Mac, and SteamOS. There you have it. This is a wide variety of Yuri experiences, from comedic harems to sad, longing love stories. Hopefully there is something here for every lover of the Yuri flavor. Let me know what you're most interested in playing. What do you think of the most recent trend in Yuri and Otome games to open up to new flavors and experiences? Was there a game that should have made the list that I missed? And as always, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's supporters on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you.